chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.
Join us for Coffee Convo, your weekly dose of engaging discussions over a warm cup of coffee. Every Friday at 8 p.m., we dive into thought-provoking topics, share personal stories, and have fun, meaningful conversations with special guests. Whether you're a coffee lover or just enjoy a good chat, this is the perfect place to unwind and connect. Grab your favorite brew, tune in, and let's talk. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation. Don't miss out. Stream live and join the conversation.
I want to exchange ideas for the young people out there watching you and gain more knowledge. So if I may ask you tonight, according to our theme, that is dream, believe, and achieve. What do you understand by this term, dream, believe, and achieve, according to the education sector?
Okay, thank you. In dream, believe, and achieve, this is where we get to see the basis of each and every person. Your dreams are valid in each and every goal as you grow, as young children, as an elder person. So we are going to talk more about the experiences that some of us have experienced. We have been growing, the kind of challenges that we have gone through, because in each and everything that we do, there must be challenges, and we need to solve those challenges. So the critiques to solve them, and all the critiques that enables us to reach that level is what we are going to talk about today. So briefly, that's what I can say about dream, believe, and achieve.
Thank you very much. Now, as we consider the experience now that we have mentioned under this whole program, I want us to take us through about your educational journey. How has it been from primary, high school to where you are now? Take us through that process. How has it been?
Okay, thank you. So let me start with my primary school level. In primary school level, I went to so many schools, yes, and briefly I don't want to mention them. Because there are many, due to financial status, we had to move from places to places. But now I settled at a school called St. Joseph's in Nyesore. It's in Keroka, on your way to Metamayo. That's where I did my KCPE. I scored 331 marks. I managed to join Mighty High School called Ogande Girls High School in Homa Bay, where I did my KCC, ACC, and scored a B- and managed to join Kabarak University to pursue my bachelor's of degree in education.
So during your primary level, what were some of your favorite subjects vis-a-vis high school, those favorite subjects while you're still studying?
So in my primary level, the best subject that I used to have back then varies to my secondary level. Well, I was in primary, mostly I loved languages, to be specific, English and Kiswahili. Those are the languages that we had as our subject. I loved the languages, religion, and mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the subjects that I could score, I could feel like I'm comfortable. Anytime you give me an exam, anytime you test me on them, I could really score well.
So that one was during the primary level or
Yes.
during the secondary level?
Primary level.
Now when you compare between the primary level and the secondary level now, depending still on the favorite subject, something that kept you going through these subjects in high school?
So in high school, as I said earlier, it differed because during my high school level, mathematics became a certain problem a little wee bit, but still my love for the languages and the religion was still there up to the last goal. I loved languages so much, especially, to be specific, English. I loved them so much and I could score them well. Now the subject that I removed from the ones that I loved was mathematics.
We believe many people hate math. Has it ever happened to you that you don't feel like doing math in your high school level, university level, since it was a challenge back then?
Since I started with a good foundation in mathematics,
Yes.
so even if it reached a point where the foundation went a little wee bit down, I didn't hate that subject. I didn't feel like I shouldn't do that subject, as others say that, with ladies, they don't like maths, with ladies, you can't do math. But for me, the foundation that I laid on it, despite the fact I reached a level that I was scoring low, I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. And I could love to do it even if I go back to school right now.
So it's something you will physically join in and do the math whatever time you are given a task
Yes.
upon it. Talking about that, we'll try to base on academic because that's our theme for tonight. And I just want to ask you, during the high school level now, before now you joined university, what are some of the things, the challenges that you faced during high school life now, undergoing the subject, undergoing our theme in dreaming and achieving?
So in high school, some of the challenges that I faced were trying to balance trying to balance my academic in terms of subject code relation, and in terms of where I'm heading to, there is something I'm aiming on. So it was difficult in balancing. I can say also it was difficult during the time of seasons like Corona period. We were forced to go home. And that is the time I was very excited. I had just joined Form 1 and then boom, Corona is there. Then we had to come home, the struggle staying home. Then we are going back to bring my mind back to school, back to books again. It was difficult because the way Corona came, people were saying it's very difficult, it's a tragic disease that's going to force so many things not to happen in the country, and we could see the way it went. Even going back to school, it happened as in a rush because we had to utilize and use one academic year studying 2 classes in order to achieve or to finish at a particular moment where we were supposed to be finishing.
So we understand some of the challenges during your time at high school. We had this pandemic, the COVID-19, the plus the elections. How did you try to group yourself in order to overcome all these pandemics that are there despite you are in Form 1? How are you able to engage yourself in at-home back studying?
So at home, during those days when the corona had started, because we were forced to come back home, I got to engage myself in online study because still I'm a student and I needed to continue with my studies. So I could research and do some one-on-one things to enable me not to forget what I was supposed to be doing at school. And also, when we went back, still the corona wasn't that good, but now the school had introduced the online classes. They study online, the assignments could be sent online. It enabled me to explore and expose myself to learning and using some platforms online to study.
So for you, during this pandemic, you can say you are among those privileged family that you could learn online, and vis-a-vis for those ones that were not in that picture, how were they handling? So remember, some of them you were your friends, your classmates. How are they coping? Like when you go back to school, they feel like you are ahead of them. How was that reaction?
The reaction to me, it was not a good reaction, because here you get some of us are privileged to use these online platforms and study, whereas some are not privileged to have because of the financial status. So what I really love about Uganda Girls, they raised us in a way that we are loving each other, we are supporting each other. So anytime we go back to school, we could try our best and raise those we know very well. They were not coming from the backgrounds same to us. So we could form group, and in group studies, it doesn't mean that you are going to form group studies of people who are privileged to have maybe some gadgets to use. No, the group could involve each and every category of students. Okay. So we could discuss and learn, and then they will catch up from there. Okay,
that's really nice. So as we are trying to hear from our guest, she has a background of the academic wise. Now, asking all about the academic wise, we always say too much of work without play makes you a dull boy. Makes John a dull boy. So just to ask on that, some of the activity that you are trying to do at school despite you being focused on your academics, how are you able to balance? Maybe if you had activity that you are trying to partake at school, the same time you want to focus on your academic, how are you able to merge the two, and how was it?
So in terms of activities, yes, it comes from the person himself or herself. I personally, I engaged myself in so many particular activities in school, and the activities, if you look at them, they needed time, and as much as class needed time. So it's just me to manage my time. So I learned to manage my time. So I knew at this particular moment I'm supposed to be here, at this particular moment I'm supposed to be here. Now during the time of study, I put my mind directly to the study, directly to the books. When it reaches, it's my time now, I need to go and participate on those activities, I will go. Some of the activities that I participated in, let me start with my primary level. I participated in Christian Union.
That's the CU.
That is the CU, where I was a leader. I was a leader all through until I finished my primary level.
Which department of a leader under the CU?
I was the chair.
Oh, okay, the chair.
Yes, at my primary level. And we did so many things. We were exploring more, because at some point we could go outside there, do some events, visit some children homes, visit some streets. Yeah. So there's some contribution we used to make so that we can buy some things and take to our fellow children who are not privileged to have them as we have them. So we get to expose in that. Though in primary school I didn't expose myself that much. Now the exposure in leadership or the exposure of Christian Union as an activity or as a club kept more expounding when I was in high school.
So the activities in high school, because primary I've only dealt with the one that was the CU and everything. Now
that
high
is the
school.
main.
So you took the role from the primary to high school level based on the CU.
Yes.
And that has been the limelight till today.
Yeah, that has been the key activity, all the participation that I participated most. The rest, there were those activities that you feel like you're comfortable here, you go in, you chip in a little wee bit, and then you get out again just to experience and explore. But I myself loved to be in that family, the Christian family, you know. Now that's made it easy for me. When I went to high school, I joined the Christian Union. I was just a member from Form 1, Form 2 there, and then I managed to be the chair of hospitality team. We have so many dockets in Christian Union, so I was the chair for hospitality team.
Oh, so hospitality team is also in the CU?
In the CU.
Okay, that one is interesting.
Now, the leadership there, I could be this person when the visitors are invited to school, especially those who are going to take us through Christian-based levels. The one who is going to introduce them, and the one who is going to take care of them with their meals, where they're supposed to be staying, so the school could prepare me earlier. Now during that day, I have these and these. If we have male, we have female, they're supposed to be sleeping here. Female are supposed to be sleeping here. Transportation, if that place that they are sleeping is far from school, how they will reach school in the morning for another service, because we used to have weekend challenge, a week of change challenge. It's whereby the school is just bound on Christianity.
So, Moraa, you are trying to tell us a little bit the history of the leadership. Now, after you have joined the university level, did you still keep in touch with the leadership of the CU while in the university?
In the university level, since I just joined last year and I've not yet settled, now I just joined the Christian Union. I'm in the Christian Union, to be specific, a category of mission team, but still a member, not a leader. I'm serving there in mission team. In mission team in Christian Union at a university level, we're the ones that manage the crusades that we normally held. The crusade can be on street crusade, can be on specific places like prisons, children's home. It depends according to the way they have aligned it.
So just try to have a clear picture of this. The mission team at the university level, is it the same thing, quotes, the one that you are doing in high school, that was the outdoor activities?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
It is the same thing, but now in university level, the Christian Union, it has been categorized in small dockets. And like when we were in high school, the dockets were very few. Like the one I talked about, I was the chair of a hospitality thing. That was in the high school. Now in this university level, that one is still there, yes, but there are so many dockets. And since I just joined, I saw that I'm capable in this specific docket, which is mission team. And I joined mission team. And then after some few some few moments, I joined ushering team. Yes.
So for the mission outreach, you are this young fella that want to spread the gospel out there.
We do mentorship in some school. Like last time we were at a certain school there, we went and talked to those children. We just enable them to grow in Christian based. They have so many questions that they feel like they don't need to ask their teachers, they don't need to ask their parents, but when they ask you as their fellow, they see you as a young fellow and they prefer you because at least they have seen maybe you have passed that stage. Now they are free with you. They will ask you knowing that you won't go to search for their parents to tell them that your daughter told me this and this. And at that particular moment, that's where the students, they are very, very much free with students that have come from university level to talk to them. Okay. There's so many things they were telling us, and you could feel like they need such people to talk to. Not a must they talk to teachers. Now it is us who could go sit down and see these things that they have told us. If we can't help them, we can't manage to help them as individuals. What can the school do on those things that they have told us? Now we involve the school. The school will chip in a correct manner, in a good manner, to help these students.
So during that mission activity, you guys acted like the intermediary for these people to tell you whatever they're suffering. Like you're acting like the counselor.
Yeah, we are acting like mentors. We are mentoring them, and we are making them feel free to ask any question, to share with us anything burning, anything they feel like this is something that has been burning me, and I feel like I'm not comfortable talking to my class teacher. I'm not comfortable talking to our mentor in school, because in school we also have mentors who are teachers. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. So let me just take you back kidogo. Now, after the 4 years now of high school, now you want to, the entry levels come now for the university. What was your dream university now? Despite we have tried to touch a little bit of the introduction part of the you now being the university, this activity, nini na nini. So what was your main university that you wanted to?
My dream university was Moi Kabarak University, and I'm privileged that I'm in that university currently. That was my dream university.
How does it feel to be this was my dream university, and my dream has come to a fulfillment. Now I am there.
It feels good. It feels nice. It's just an exciting moment. During that time when the letters were coming, and then I just check my gadget and I'm like, congratulations, Teddy Moraa, you've managed to join the Moi Kabarak University. The excitement itself, what I can say, I only knelt down and just gave my gratitude to God, because without him I couldn't reach that far. And it's not like they just knew that this was my dream university, so let them just take Teddy there. No, I just prayed, this is my dream university, please God enable me to go there. During the selection for those who did the year 2023, you saw the selection was 4 universities or 3 universities. And in that selection, you can either be called in the selection that you had put, or else you can be called in a different one, the one that even you didn't expect, but it aligns with the grade that you have got or the entry. But God enabled me to be called at my dream university, and I'm so excited to be there.
That's so interesting. So just to try and just have a small brief about now you joining to the university. We understand back in high school, how many students sat for the Form 4, like in your class?
In our class, we are 505.
505 in one, how many streams?
We had 8 streams.
That's like an entire school. Okay, so we were like 500 and something students.
Yes.
So out of those, how many of those students maybe attained the entry level of Kabarak, apart from you who is now there? Do you have your friends maybe that joined during that process, or others came later?
There's so many students that attained the grade or the surpass mark of joining Kabarak University, but not everyone that wish to join Kabarak University. You know, each and every person has their own dream university. So to some I know they joined their dream university, and to some they didn't join their dream university, but at least they joined a university where what they are going to pursue, it's best in there. But during the calling, I was the only one to be who was called at Moi Kabarak University. But later, one of my classmates changed the university that she was called. She felt like she doesn't need to go there. She felt comfortable joining Moi Kabarak University. So during our year, we are just 2.
Only 2 of you out of 500 and something students?
Yes, those who did their KCSE the year 2023.
So as we just try to engage now in the university level, which year now?
University level?
Yes,
I'm in second year.
So how was the experience first year compared to now the second year? Now you are there, you and your friends trying now to maneuver, adapting to the new environment. How was it like?
My experience at first year, I can say, at school it was good, it was amazing. Kabarak University is a really welcoming university. The resource, the way people interact, the other students, the way they interact with the ones that have joined, it's really amazing. You can't feel like you're lonely, you can't feel like you're abandoned. Me, I felt home because those kids are very lovely. Those students are lovely. You can't even know who is in the first year and who is in the second year. They just treat others the way they expect them to be treated. They treat you well. For those who are in the Christian Union, they welcomed us and they told us, if you feel like you want to join this docket, come see us, and then you go and talk to them, you feel that you are home. You don't feel like you are abandoned. And like in a place where you can go, you are just there. People are just assuming that's a first year. You understand what I'm trying to say? But in Kabarak, it wasn't like that. People are just jovial. People want to know what you're pursuing. People want to know which class you are going. Maybe you are lost. You are lost. Oh, I'm sorry. Your class is there. You see, you can't even get lost. And we had that 1 week to explore the school, to interact with the elder ones, to interact with them and know where specific classes are supposed to be attended. Now, by the time you're starting classes, you already know the whole school. You already know where your class is on Monday, where your class is on Tuesday. Now, the exposure was very nice.
So you are kind of like, you familiarized with everything within the first 1 week.
Yes.
You are given a tour of the entire school.
Yes.
Now, so just at Kabarak University, now we understand you have gone a grade higher, high school, primary high school, now to the university, whereby now there no one will be able to monitor your moves, your parents and everything. We understand when such teenagers reach that level, they feel like wawashafika mwisho. No one can take control over them. One, their parents are not there to watch over them, maybe their guardians. They feel like hao ndo kusema kwa familia. So there is this activity that some of them try to engage, maybe the social life now. Now you trying to base on your background, it's a Christianity background. How are you able to cope with this kind of environment? Maybe the friends you have met there, they're into partying, and for your sake, you are not into partying. How are you able to cope with these scenarios since no one is there to look at, just you and you by yourself? How was it like?
I can say it depends on one person's principles. The principles that you have engaged yourself in, or the principles that you have aligned yourself in, can help you in each and every situation. With me, I think when I was getting out of our house, I told myself, I've already had so many things, whether they are rumors or they are real, but I've had them. I was home, I've had those who have joined, the way they are saying when you join campus, people are going for parties. Some people are not even finishing school, they will just get themselves involved in some marriages that are not good. You understand? So getting out of our house, I already know such things do happen there. It's not like I knew maybe Kabarak University, it's a Christian university, such cannot happen. No, not everyone who called me God enters the kingdom of heaven. So it's not like because it's a Christian university, we don't have such. We have. But the principles that a person has aligned to herself or himself can enable you. So what I can say there is not like I didn't have such friends. I had them. But because of the principles that I had put in myself, so they enabled me to identify these people faster. They have come to me, they want to be my friends, and maybe I personally want to be their friend, but I have not known them well. So there is that time, that period you are trying to know each other. So in that process, it's only your principle that can align with you and guide you and tell you this is not a right person. There was one of them that I had, and something could be telling me I'm not okay with her, because I could feel comfortable the first time that we met, but after that day, when I meet her, something tells me she's not a good friend that I can trust, she's not a trusting person. Then after some few period of time, I could see on Fridays, because some classes, we didn't have classes on Friday. So on Friday, people are going for parties, people are going to do what, and at some levels, I could be invited. But because
to those parties, in-house parties or outdoor?
We have in-house parties, we have outdoor parties at some big hotels there in where Moi Kabarak is situated. So they can invite you, hello bestie, let's go have fun, But me, I still stood firm, and I could tell her I'm not interested to go in such places. At times she could tell me, I know, you don't want to drink, you are a saved person, you can just take me and wait for me, so that after I'm done with the whole thing, I'll be tired and I'll be feeling dizzy, you at least escort me as we come. But I will still tell her no. To a certain level, I shouted to her because she wasn't listening. She was trying like she's forcing. You get it? But I had to talk in a way that I'm shouting so that maybe she could understand. When I said it, she saw I was kind of joking. You get it now? But the moment I raised my voice, she was like, it's okay. She went. And then after some few time, and then she forgets. She comes again. Please, today take me. Are you not going to take me? I tell her, the last time I talked to you, I told you, I'm not interested in such. Still, you are coming to me. This is the second time telling me such things. What do you expect? So I could still stand firm in that. And after that second time, she had come to tell me all those things. Now I just said, this is not the kind of friend I should have.
Don't you feel like during that process, some of the friends tried to avoid you? They don't want you to be their friends because of you are firm with your decision vis-a-vis not their decision. Don't you feel like it comes a point you are left behind for you to engage with them in their discussions?
Yeah, I felt behind.
How were you coping with that? Yes, these are our friend from Monday to Monday. We'll stick together, study together. But when it comes to matters of partying, now she will not be our friend. She becomes now our enemy. How are you able to compose yourself?
I talked to them. I just brought them together and I talked to them. I told them, I know I might have told one of you this because she's the one maybe close to me and the rest of you doesn't know. But today, since we are 5 of us, since we are 6 of us, I'm bringing this to everyone. I'm this kind of a person, I'm this kind of a person, I'm this kind of a person. So at least now, today you have known. And it's good when you know each other well. You yourself, you can tell yourself if you feel comfortable with that person. Me personally, if you tell me you are not comfortable with my friendship, I don't feel bad and I wish you well. And there is no moment or place I will see you going astray. Like unajaribu tu kuteleza alafu nikuache. Hata kama nimeona tabia zangu hazialai na tabia zako, nitajaribu kurekebisha. Hata iwe mbaya aje, nitakwambia hapa naye hujafanya vizuri. But ukiwa ni ule mtu mwenye hasikizi, nitanyamanza nikuombee. That's me, yeah.
So as we are trying just to discuss more about the academic background, we'd like us to go for a commercial break. Just you can have a glass of water and then we come back to be able to discuss some of the things that are remaining, just points here and there. We'll see you in a short while.
Pull up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation. Pull up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.
Welcome back, our viewers from wherever you are. We are just trying to proceed with our discussion. And remember the theme for tonight. It's all about dream, believe, and achieve. So as we're still talking to our guest, we have some areas that now we want to tackle with our guest for tonight. That is Teddy Moraa from Kabarak University. Feel free so that we may be able to proceed with this discussion. Now, taking us back to our process, I would like to ask this question. Were there any professors or mentors who made a big impact on you?
Yes, there were. Dr. Jane Wanjiru.
Yes.
She really inspired me the way she handled students, the way she was very much committed in her take. I could watch her online program since she is a professor. Obviously, no professors teach in universities. So I could watch her platforms and at some point, at some levels, I was one of her student at class because she was a teacher at our primary level. but now a professor. So she brought an impact in my life, yeah. And in terms of mentors,
Yes, the mentors.
in terms of mentors, I can say my dad, my mom, and each and everyone that surrounded me, because in your life you must have well wishers,
Yes.
and there are also those others that are just there. So all my well wishers give me a reason to keep studying hard, give me a reason to go ahead. But to be specific on a specific mentor that led me to know what I'm supposed to be doing is my dad.
Your dad.
Because we see, I'm coming from this background where my dad didn't manage to go far in terms of education.
Yes.
His wish was just to see me there, see me out there, manage and achieve what he didn't achieve. It's not like in a forceful way, but as a parent's prayer. That was his prayer. And each and every time when he could drop me at school and he could be telling me some things, I could see the weight of him trying to know what I'm supposed to be doing. And secondly, also the commitment that he put in my life as I was studying, just the care, you could see that he wanted nothing but the best. My dad was this person who supported education fully, despite him not being supported at his time. He supported it fully. There is no time you could feel like you don't feel like going to school and just stay at home. Even if you are sick, he could carry you, take you to school, bring you medicine there. If you are sick at school, no coming home to be treated. The way when we were high school, some of us could just fake. I'm not saying that I faked, but some of us could fake and feel like, it's just homesick. I want to go home and just stay a little bit with my parents. But at some levels, it's serious, yes, of course. Whether serious, whether in a joke, my dad was just on spot each and every time. You have called me, you are sick, I will bring medicine. If you don't have a book, I will bring it. So long as you study.
That's
so how he pushed me towards my achievement, and I appreciate him for that.
You know, for your father to be a mentor, it means there's that a strong connection between you and your father.
Yes.
And you know some of the achievements that a parent may want to give their children, it's the basic education for them to achieve what they haven't achieved, right? So on the same point about mentorship, do you feel like you yourself now, you are a mentor to your siblings?
Yes,
out of what your father is doing, you being there at the university, do you feel like you are trying to mentor them?
Yes, I'm a very good mentor to my siblings. Everyone that knows them can tell. Mm-hmm. Everyone that knows them can tell. I don't want them to feel like they are left behind. I don't want them to feel like they are just there. They don't have anyone to talk to. There's this subject that is disturbing them at school, whether I know it or I don't know it, because the 844 system changed while all my siblings are studying CBC system. So I'm the only person privileged in our family who did 844 system. So those some subjects that have been introduced, that have been broken into two, I might not understand much in them, but because of the skills, the online platform that I expose myself to, I do research and try to help them. So I become a mentor when I see them at a particular moment they are not okay, maybe in their study, in their scores. I could even bring my report books, and we used to call them back then. Mm-hmm. I could bring them, I could tell them, you see, as much as you are not doing well in this subject, during our days this subject was called this, look at the way I was performing. So I want to tell you this and this, go do this, so that you will improve. And when they improve, even if I'm at school, they will call me and tell me, I have improved. What gift will you bring me? And I will buy them, because I want them to feel like we are being appreciated. And our parents always buy them gifts to feel that they are appreciated, to feel like they need to do more. And at times our dad could tell us, this time if you go to school and do this and this, and the next holiday I will take you somewhere. And you feel the place that he is talking about, we only see them on TV. So they could go and work hard.
They could put in a lot of pressure.
They could put more effort. Like right now, I told them I'm going to buy them a certain there's certain things that they have been seeing there online, kids having, especially girls. So they've been telling me, will you buy us this when you have money? You know, for them, they think when you have joined university, you have money.
Yes.
So when you have money, will you buy us this? I just tell them, go to school. The next time you are coming home, I want to see you have improved from where you were last time. So when they will be coming home, or when I will see their report book and say they have improved, even if it's a little, I will appreciate them, even if it's not the exact thing that I promised, and they really appreciate.
Wow, that's very interesting. That's a plus on your side, together with the siblings that you are trying to mentor, and that's a good moral, setting good values upon them. So we believe from whatever you are trying to show them, they will emulate the same and make you proud, also make the family proud, which is a good thing for every child out there. If you have someone you are looking upon, if you have someone that is trying to mentor you, try and stick to that person. Just try and copy the good image that they're trying to emulate. You never know the future of tomorrow. On the same point, allow me to ask this one. Do you think now the 844 system prepared you well for do you think the years now you are in a high school and primary, that the 12 years, prepared you well for the university level? Basing in mind the Christian Union, because that's how we have dwelt a lot in the Christian Union. Do you think it prepared you well to the university level?
Yeah, it's prepared me well, and that's the reason where I am today. Yes.
Okay. So it really had a huge impact.
Yeah.
The basic that you are being taught at primary, high school, the university, you still apply the same up to date. Nothing will change. So if I may ask something here a little bit, that we want to get just a picture of it. How do you feel about the importance now of degree versus the hand-on experience? Here now we believe, you being at the university level, we want to pursue our degrees. We want to pursue everything. And here vis-a-vis the hands-on experience. How do you relate the two? Maybe if you can try and break down the degree process and maybe the hand-on skills in a layman's term, for someone to understand better.
So in terms of degree and hand-on experiences, they both of them relate, because when it comes to degree is it's a foundation. I can say it's a foundation, because this is something that you wanna go and study how it's being done, and during the study you need to involve the hand-on experiences, because without these hand-on experiences there is no way you're going to achieve this degree. So both of them collide or go hand in hand.
Minus the degree, the hand-on experience,
you don't know how to use it,
and minus the hand-on experience, the degree. So these things has to work together.
Yes, has to work together. Let me give an example of a teacher.
Yeah, okay.
A teacher, you go to university level, you study education, you study your degree. But where is this hand-on-hand experience coming? The hand-on-hand experience comes whereby you are now based on a classroom. In this classroom, there are certain things that you need to know. You need to know your student.
Yes.
You need to know the types of students that you are teaching. You need to know when they are not okay, they are fine, what do they need. Now this is hand-on-hand experiences, and these experiences that you have learned them from the degree, because it's a foundation that prepares you to do this. And now you put hand-on-hand experience to enable solve problems that has occurred in that particular moment. Yes.
Very interesting. That one is a clear indication of the hand-on experience. Now, just to dwell on that, we believe the hand-on experience has more years of experience rather than the degree. We understand the degree, it may go for maybe 4 years. You are given a certificate, your paper, but now the hand-on experience involves a lot. You feel like carrying out a lot of research on how to perfect whatever you have been taught and everything. That's very interesting. Now, as we just try to engage in the university level, now you as a second year, unfortunately I didn't ask the course that you are trying to pursue in the university level. Now, allow me ask this. As you are in the university level now, that course, the course that you are taking, which course are you taking at the university level? Was it something maybe based from high school or primary? Was it something you used to tell yourself, when I get an opportunity to go to the university, this is the course I want to do? Or after you have joined the university, you changed the course and everything? How was it like?
So the current course that I'm doing is Bachelor of Education degree, to be specific, on English literature. I can tell that course, it's a calling. According to me, it's just a calling from God. I can say that because it wasn't what I aspired to do, but I felt much comfortable when I selected it. You know, you can't be in that field whereby you are not aspiring to do this particular thing, but when it reaches a point you need to select it, you feel very much comfortable in it. So that's why I say I believe it's a calling. And I could see how it came in as a calling, because the teaching itself started at church. I worship the Lord, I serve the Lord at Deliverance Church International Kids. So it started there. The way I'm raising those kids at Sunday school level, I'm teaching them personally at class. So to my level now, I've finished my high school. I want to select. It differed because I really wanted to major on food industry and hair hostess thing. Yes.
Food industry, hair hostess, and now you are doing
like a combination of hospitality and tourism management. That was what was in mind during then.
But still you can fuse the two, or
yes, you
later
in life I would love to add it as an additional skill.
As an additional skills. That's very interesting. So if how long is your course?
The course that I'm taking,
yes,
it's 4 years. Yes.
4 years. After the 4 years, do you feel like you want to take more courses, or you want to base on whatever you have learned to put on practical?
Currently, I'm doing degree, and after the 4 years, I don't think I will feel comfortable waiting for a long time before I join I'll add something that I feel like I should be adding. So after my 4 years, if I need to give myself a break, I'll just give myself a break of around some months or just a year or two. Then I go back and do my master's.
So after the degree, the 4 years, you take a break of like 6 months.
Yeah, I can't wait, but I just take a little break and then I will add on my master's, because there are some things that I need to add. There's some curriculum experiences that I need to add, especially as a teacher. The curriculum has come, the CBC curriculum. There's some things that we need as teachers.
So talking about the CBC, now this is where the 21st century now comes in, the CBC and the CBE. Okay, we will not discuss about the CBC and the CBE, but we believe by the time you will be done with the degree level, for you to pursue, you are pursuing to become a teacher. Which sector now? Primary teacher, high school teacher?
It will be dependent. After now, on the degree level, some years back, we have this thing that is called teaching practice.
Okay.
They could go to one wardrobe of teaching practice, but currently because of
one wardrobe of
teaching practice, like it's one teaching practice, but currently because of the CBC system, we have 2 teaching practice. We have the first teaching practice when we are going for 3.2 semester, that is a teaching practice, and then we have another teaching practice when we are going for 4.2 semester. That's now what the CBC has introduced. Yes, and as we are studying, we'll see more about it. But we could see teachers, my fellow teachers who are there can tell, those teaching practices that they were going are somehow different with the ones that we are doing. The current teaching practice teachers who have gone, the ones that are at 3.2 currently, they have gone to JSS school, junior secondary.
Okay.
Yes.
So for you will want to base at the CBC under the JSS or the lower one?
That's what I've said. It will depend.
It will depend.
Now the CBC needs you are being categorized.
Now,
it's not you to categorize yourself.
If you had a wish, where would you want to be categorized? If you had a wish, that's the same way you had a desire to join Kabarak and it came. So if you had a wish, where could you want to be put?
If I had a wish, I could work more harder and be a lecturer of a university.
Wow. Why lecturer? Because we know you may be a teacher starting the CBC, the JSA, the high school teacher, whatever, but now lecturer. What do you have a friend or someone that you want to copy and become a lecturer, like the person?
The person I just said earlier, who was my professor.
That your professor.
Yeah.
Now you want to step in the shoe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I just want to be like him in a good way. We say there's something that you look at and you feel that there's something that you have looked at, it's impressed you, and you feel like I just want to be like that person. She's really good, she's really nice, she works very nicely, she dresses well, you know. And that's what we call mentors.
Mentors.
Yes.
So if you, by God's grace, you become a lecturer, how will you feel if you get to a point where you are able now to teach your fellow juniors? How will it feel like? Like we only saw her during the primary, high school, the university level, and now she's a lecturer. How will you feel? How will be the impact to the society?
I feel good, and I will just thank God because at least I've achieved what I really wanted to achieve in life. I've achieved, even maybe I could have not reached a level that I wanted, but the level that I will be at that particular moment, I could tell myself, Teddy, you have made your father proud. You have made your parent proud.
And that's the end goal of
Yes.
every child, is to make their parents proud. Vis-a-vis also the parents, the greatest achievement they want to their children is to give them the basic education, because the future tomorrow changes. That's a wonderful answer. To my viewers out there, keep on sending your messages. We'll at the end of the show, we'll try to look at them to summarize, to give you some feedbacks on how the discussion has been. Just send those questions in. We'll be able to interact with you shortly. So as we try to summarize our discussion here, we'd like to ask, despite I had brought it earlier, but we just have to have that brief now, cutting short of it. That question was here. It's about, are you considering to do any further studies, despite we had talked about it, but on your personal level now, do you feel like you want to consider further studies? And maybe talking upon that, initially you had said you wanted to base on the food and hospitality industry. Do you think like you have done with the degree and everything, you can start now doing the food industry, or it will be tiresome?
For me, I feel like I chip in with it. It will be, how do they say? They say it can be like a side hustle.
So to our viewers who are still with us, as we're coming to the end of this our discussion, we just want to get your part short of the whole story. Like, what advice do you want to give your fellow students out there, the young society, the upcoming generation, the Gen Z, according this our theme of dream, believe and achieve?
To everyone who is watching, thank you very much for giving me your space to share my journey with you. I appreciate you a lot, and I believe you have learned something from my journey. So my take to those outside here, my fellow students, my fellow children who are growing, I just tell you to always work hard, always work smart. Don't let anyone underestimate you. You can make it. No matter which level you start with, just keep pushing. Even if it's a low level you have started with and you feel like you're discouraged with anyone that's around you, don't let their words underestimate what you're supposed to be doing. Keep pushing, and may the Lord God bless you.
So the young generation out there, you have been told, keep pushing. And remember, as you keep pushing, you have a dream that you need to believe on and you need to achieve. All these are based upon our day-to-day activity, our day-to-day life. So when we believe in everything that we do and we believe upon God, so everything will be based up according to the will of God. That has been our host today for the show, Teddy. We really appreciate you coming out. We really also appreciate you for the time you have taken to share with us, to try and elaborate some of this challenging discussion. And I believe our viewers out there, you have learned something from our guest. You have captured something that will be able to impact your life, not only you but also to the young society out there. From our Prime GTV, we say thank you for your time. We say also thank you for creating this opportunity for us to meet. Until next Friday, where we'll have another discussion under the coffee convo. Remember, these are discussions where we expound more on our discussion, matters dealing with health issues, academic-wise, career-wise. These are discussions that we give platform to people. We share the personal stories. We interact, and we get to know each other better. From this side of the studio, I've been your host, Optic Salongo. See you again on Friday, same time, same place.
Pull up up a chair, grab your favorite brew, and join the realest youth talk show around. Coffee Convo is your space to speak up, dive deep, and vibe out with bold, brilliant minds like yours. From culture and creativity to mental health, relationships, and world issues. No topics off the table. Every episode is raw, real, and inspiring. Tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Coffee Convo, where every sip sparks a new conversation.